Right, hi guys. So it's coming into that festive period, and depending on where you are in the world, depends how much snow you get. So, being in the UK, we do get some snow occasionally, but normally it's sort of February time, especially down in the southeast where I am. Obviously, North Wales, Scotland, places like that. Obviously, you get a bit more during the earlier winter months and through. But we don't get much. So I'm going to just show you a quick edit to end up with something like this. You know, it might not be to your taste, but I wanted to kind of add a cold, wintry feel, which was snowing. Kimberly there sat in a sort of a homemade little shelter, and just a Christmas star there. So there's lots of different ways of using Photoshop, and also lots and lots of ways of getting the most from your photos. And obviously editing, we can do so much today. Generally 90% of the time I actually rarely touch my images now. I've kind of gone back to a realism level, which I just try and keep everything as realistic and as real as possible. But occasionally it's quite nice to be artistic and create stuff that, you know, this shot here kind of is missing quite a lot, isn't it? At the end of the day, it doesn't really feel Christmassy. I mean, it's got, yeah, she's wearing a Christmas hat and it's got a star, but that's it. So being able to add some snow to it, and maybe some Christmas lights there, and then add the actual falling snow into the shot as well, so it looks like it's actually a bit of a blizzard, kind of adds you know, a good way of making the image look and feel a little bit different. So I'm going to try and get it back to what it looked like there. I'm going to keep those layers turned off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how basically I do it. So we're going to start with adding a new blank layer, which is down the bottom here, a little plus sign. So we've got a brand new layer there, and I'm going to put it right to the top. Basically, it's going to be our snow. So we've picked a white brush, and we're going to go in to make sure we've got the brush tool. I've actually got, so you can download from quite a few different websites, and I don't know where I got these from, so I couldn't actually say, but there's lots of different brushes you can download, and there's a lot of free ones out there which are very, very good. So snow and lightning, so basically you've got snow and lightning different brushes here, so you've got lightning forks and snow. So basically what I've done is I've actually set this one up roughly, and I'm using it actually at 100%, so the flow is 100%, the opacity is 100%, and I've gone for quite a large brush. In fact, yeah, 4,100. I think we can go up to 5,000, so it's even a bit bigger there. Also, we're on a fresh, clear, blank layer, and all we do is literally just, I mean, you can just do that, just brush around, and it will slowly thing. But basically, I'm just doing that like that, just randomly. And then what I might do is drop the brush size down a bit, so it's quite a bit smaller now, to add some smaller bits here. And you might be thinking, yeah, it's not really working that well, it just looks like white dots. And yeah, it does at the moment. But all we're going to do now is go to filter at the top and go down to blur. We've got motion blur. Just add a little bit of movement into it. There you go, so it looks like the snow's falling. There you go, bit of a blur going on. You can change the angle of the fall, so it looks like it's coming straight down. But generally, if it's snowing, it's normally going at an angle. I've come from the right hand side, you could have it coming from this side, but because there's a big tree here, I think adding some distance from, sorry, the direction of travel of the snow coming from the right hand side works. And the way she's actually looking up that direction kind of, I think, portrays that's a good angle to go for. So we've added that. So next one is we're going to take the background. I'm actually going to duplicate the layer. So we've now got it there. We're going to turn the snow off for a minute. It's back to normal. To create the snow, there's probably many ways of doing this, and I don't know. Some things, like, you know, you could learn. Sometimes you watch YouTube, which, you know, obviously someone's watching this now if you're watching my video, and there's lots and lots of ways of doing it. But I've found actually that we're going to actually do another duplicate as well. So we've got a double duplicate of the base layer. I'm just going to turn the bottom one off, so we've got that back up there, that layer. So we're going to work on this one here. You can rename them, you can double click on it and just rename, but I don't generally bother unless I'm doing a huge edit. And what we're going to do is go into filter, and we're going to go to camera raw filter, which is basically like when you're processing RAWs. And now we've got all the obviously the control scheme. I'm going to go black and white, but what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to turn the clarity up, which brings out all the textures of all the woods and stuff, which is what I want. But then we also start, and ignoring, don't worry about Kimberly at all, the model, but basically we're going to turn up the whites. So now we're getting an overexposed sort of look to a lot of things, and also we can crank up the shadows, which means it looks like there's possibly snow landing on the edges of that tree there. We can also add a bit of dehazing to make it even whiter, or we can obviously bring it in depending on what we really want. If it's quite a heavy blizzard, like I say, this is me just messing around, this is me just experimenting, teaching myself how to do this. So now we've got a snowy look, so if we turn on that layer as well, we've now got snow. It's a black and white shot in the snow, but we actually want Kimberly to be colour again. So using the eraser tool, we're going to go in. You can highlight her and stuff like that, but what we're going to do is we're just going to brush through into that lower background copy there, copy 2. So we're now rubbing away what we want to see as in colour. So we're going to bring her hair back in, we're going to bring the face, and we're also going to bring the coat, the jumper, her jeans, her hands, because it's her jacket, even though it's white, it's not white. And we shall move away. As you can see here, we go down, bring in some of the leaf colour as well. Knees back in, and not forgetting her hand in the hat as well. Make the brush a little bit smaller so I can easily do this. I'm just doing this very quickly so you get your idea. So you could be a little bit more careful in some respects. Coming a bit closer, and then we're going to rub through that hat because that's the most prominent colour in the shot, which is the red. It makes it feel like Christmas. There's many ways of doing this. Like I say, this is not necessarily the correct technique, but this is kind of something that I messed around with the other day with another shot I'd done, and I thought, you know what, that actually works quite nicely, and it's quite quick and easy to do. Like I say, there's probably other ways of doing it, but it's all about learning your tools, isn't it? And once you know how to do something in a particular manner, it might be the most efficient way for you to actually do it. And this one seems to work for me quite nicely. Like I say, I don't edit shots like this very often at all. But normally straight out of the camera, a couple of colour adjustments, maybe a couple of blemishes removed, stuff like that. And there we go. So now we've got Kimberly back in colour. We're going to bring open the brush size again a little bit, and we're just going to bring back a little bit of leaf colour as well as there. But also what we're going to do is go down the left hand side of that tree here, just to bring back some of the green in the wood and whatever. There's some a little bit of bramble there as well, so we'll bring that back in, but leaving that edge there, which actually looks like the snow's now sticking to that tree a little bit as well. So and then we're going to do this side of this tree as well. We've just got the star to bring through, basically a silvery blue star. You can see there, grey blue colour. So what we're doing is we're raising through the level above the one that's below. So basically you get to see what you're, and basically you can utilise this technique for many things. It's quick and easy, you know, and it's a good way of actually you know, getting what you want really, and being creative without changing too many things that could make the image look a little bit fake. And that's what I don't really like. I really don't like the fakery. I know this is obviously fake now because I'm making a fake snowy scene, but when I say fake, when it looks so over edited that it doesn't look real. You know, if someone said, oh, we took this in Sweden, you know, in the winter, the snow had just started, someone might actually believe you. So we're going to do this other side of this tree here. We'll bring back the brush nice and big. There we go. I'll just bring back a little bit of that browns, a little bit of green there, look down the bottom. It's all out of focus, but it just adds a little bit more into it. Yeah. So that's the basic. More leaves and bits here to bring through. That's the basic thing there, and then we click back on the top layer, then get the snow falling back in. I have added some lighting as well, which is there, some Christmassy lights. And then, obviously, if you wanted to make this into a Christmas card, for example, we would then create a text layer. There we go. And then we could write Merry Christmas. And then what we can do here, just a simple Merry Christmas, could be a card. Kimberly's got a dancing business, and she could utilise these as Christmas cards if she wants to. So then we go into the layer and the blending side of things. So we can add in bevel and edges, so basically gives it a bit of a stroke to give it an edge. And then we can go down to, which I quite like actually, where is it? Outer glow. So we've added a bit of an outer edge that's almost like snow, so you can make it obviously a lot bigger, literally that is, but a little bit of discreetness, something like that. There you go. So a simple shot like that is done relatively quickly. I mean, I haven't done anything else to the shot at all, but as you can see here, you know, it's gone from being basically that, which is just a shot in the woods in the autumn in the UK, to basically, what did we do? That and that. Gone from a basic scene to a bit of an interesting Christmassy kind of feel, and that's what something it is, trying to you know, bring across a feeling into an image that actually works with what you're trying to create. And you know, like I say, I don't try and do too much editing if I can get away with it, but to create something a little bit special and a little bit unique, especially in our climate where we don't get a lot of snow in the autumn into the winter, it's more the other side, like I say February sort of time, that we get a little bit of snow, and it may be loads of snow or none. You know, it allows us to be creative. So I hope that was helpful, guys. Any questions, you know, this, that and the other. If you know a way of doing similar sort of thing, you know, more efficiently, or another way you like to do this, let us know in the comments below. Also, please share the videos, and also don't forget to click that subscribe button as well. That'd be amazing. And also check out my other videos as well, everything from photo shoots to talking about cameras and other things. So yeah, we'll see you soon. Have a good Christmas if I don't see anybody before then. And I know it's a month away today, so I thought I'd get a little video out and have a little chat about it, and you see what happens. But hope everyone's good and healthy, and I'll see you soon.